good morning, and welcome to a breezy morning here on the beach. It's still just as beautiful as ever, and I'm so grateful, so incredibly grateful that I get to do this on a regular basis. Okay, so today what I want to talk about is what happens once we get our house cleaning steps done. What happens then? Our house is nice and clean. You know, and I relate that to my house. When my house is clean, it feels good. You got to admit, you know, when your house is clean, it feels good. Well, steps 4 through 9 are what I know as the house cleaning steps. So once those steps are done, our house is clean, now what? First of all, let me just say, my house is never completely clean. There's always something more to do. Don't you agree? I mean, did you sweep under the fridge? Did you pull it away? Did you get the washer and the dryer away from the wall and clean behind there? I mean, some of us do. I'm not the best at that. There's probably dust bunnies under there. Just like there's dust bunnies in my life. Things that I have not cleaned up yet. So, that's what I want to talk about today. So, okay, we did our house cleaning steps. We've done 4 through 9. Once that's done, once we have found peace with God, ourselves, and the people around us, what we have to do then is somehow keep the house clean. You know, once your house cleaning is complete, and you know as well as I do, if you don't have good habits around the house, your house is going to get messy pretty quick. You know, just because it's clean doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, right? You know, if you're in the habit of taking your socks off and throwing them on the floor, it's not going to take long. So, let's look at the 10th step. The 10th step is very similar to the 4th step because it's an inventory. It's not a big inventory, hopefully. You know, this is like a daily thing. The 4th step is a much larger inventory because it's one that we have avoided taking for so long. This is something that we, you know, in the book it talks about a spot check inventory that can be taken at any time of the day. It talks about the at the end of the day inventory, and that's probably more often what we do. Although that spot check inventory can really, woo, I've done it many, many times. You can stop yourself in the middle of doing something that is like your old self and go, wait a minute, that's not right. Or it takes you till the end of the day and you go, you know, looking back, I could have done that different than I did. The way I heard it explained is that the 10th step is like taking the garbage out every day. Okay? It's not a big deal. You take the garbage out every day. Now, if you wait a week, or you wait 10 days, or a month, or years, then you wind up with that 25-page 4th step. This is to prevent that. And there's lots to learn. See, what this does is it forces us to look at ourselves. No more finger pointing. No more, hey, well, if it weren't for this guy or that girl, I wouldn't have done this. And my behavior would be different if it weren't for all of this and that. No, our behavior and our actions. We take responsibility for that. We continue to look inside for the changes that need to take place. So we come to the 10th step, and that is something that it takes practice. My preference is daily, a daily inventory. And, you know, this is not the only place that I see it. A daily inventory is necessary in business sometimes. But a daily inventory is something that is good to be in the habit of, especially if you're living a life of introspection. You're looking inward to make changes that need to take place, not outside of us. The interesting thing that I have found is that a lot of those changes that need to take place, I'm kind of powerless over them. Or at least I need God's help. So that brings me to step 11, where I come to God for the help that I need. Step 10 draws me in to step 11. I'm powerless over some of these behaviors that I've just been doing for so long, and I come back to so easily. The other thing is, sometimes I want to blame somebody else. I don't want to be the one that is to blame all the time. Well, it's not about blame. It's about responsibility. It's about taking responsibility for my action and either making the changes or asking God to help me make those changes. So let me just say this. If your house is clean, step 10 will help you keep it clean. Okay? That way we don't wind up with this big inventory and list of people we've harmed that we need to make amends to. Does that make sense? So if your house is clean, I encourage you to take a daily inventory. And that way that stuff doesn't build up. And you'll be able to live happy, you've got it, joyous and free. You guys have a great day. And I'll see you out here on the beach next time. Bye-bye.